The Debt Review Awards concept has been around for a while. I think when I entered the industry as a debt counselor in 2008, we were discussing where the industry is going, how we recognize the industry, and it was probably around 2010 when the concept of the awards began to crystallize. But it took us a couple of years to realize that we were going to have to be the ones that really drove the initiative. So that's the team that work on the Debt Free magazine being roped into doing some work on the awards process. Then in 2014, we actually managed to get it right. It took us a long time to figure out, first of all, how we were going to do it in a way that was fair to everybody and meaningful. That's a big part of the process. We've got to be able to measure each other. When the awards first started, we set up a process where there was a committee of industry experts. So for that first year, we asked people who were well known in the industry, people well respected in the industry, if they would like to go through company after company after company, look at debt counselors, look at credit providers. It was a lot of work, and I really want to thank them for the work they did, because it was a mountain of work. It was a bit unfair, actually. We asked them to do too much work, but the committee looked at those that they felt were doing well, they evaluated it, and we had, of course, the results that year. The following year, we realized we could refine the process a little bit by asking more people to be involved. And ultimately, that committee, which was just a group of 20 people, has become the entire industry. The industry looking at itself. So these days, through the use of online software, we're able to get people to evaluate their peers. Credit providers, they look at debt counselors. The debt counselors, they look at the credit providers. The credit providers and the debt counselors, they look at the PDAs. And throughout the year, we're able to ask maybe one question, maybe 10 questions, or maybe 30 in-depth questions about different companies, debt counselors, credit providers. And that helps build a database with a point system that identifies the top performing companies and debt counselors in various categories. The software makes it really easy these days. The results are there, they're audited, and ultimately on the evening of the Debt Review Awards Gala, those results are announced. And it's an exciting event. It gives us a lot of stress. As the organizers, we stress a lot. You know, we want everything to run perfectly. We want to make sure that the integrity of the entire process is up to scratch. It's one of the reasons why we bring in an external auditor, just to make sure that everything is right. And we've been really impressed by the participation. I think as the organizers, we also just want to thank every debt counselor, every credit provider, every person who's working at the PDAs who takes sometimes a really, really long time to go through the information, and particularly in the final stages of the process as we get down to the nuts and bolts of the process, looking at how we evaluate each other. It's a lot of work, it takes a lot of brain power, a lot of effort, but we really appreciate it because it comes to the point where we're able to confidently announce the top-rated companies in the different categories. So thank you very much for your work. This year, the awards is online because of the pandemic. So that's something that started last year. We realized we as an industry, we still need this good moment. We need to recognize the hard work that's going on. We didn't want to miss it. And of course, this year, as things are normalizing, we're still trying to ensure that people are safe. So by doing that online, that enables us to do it. And we're very grateful to everyone who will have the opportunity to tune in. And we've had really good response to having it online. I think it will be part of our future process. No matter what, we'll make it available so that people can stream the event as we do now. It enables people in entire companies, and we have the entire departments at credit providers, the entire companies at debt counselors, all the people at the PDAs sitting, watching, waiting to find out who's going to take those top spots, who's going to be recognized. So we thank you all for being part of that process.